The Dodge Daytona is one of the coolest cars Chrysler ever built. It was their car to qualify at NASCAR. If you were going to build a car and race at NASCAR back in 1969, you had to make at least 500 street versions of the car that you'd like to race at the track. Most companies, that deterred them from getting too far out there with airfoils and wings, but you get into a Charger Daytona and a Plymouth Superbird, you have 3-foot-tall wings on the back, airfoil noses. They were an amazing testimony to how much the manufacturer believed in their product back in the day.
So you have two left-hand headlight doors.
Right.
Hey, Three Stooges. Tom Partridge.
Oh. Hey, what's up, man?
Hey.
I'm Tom Partridge. I'm from Angola, New York.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Hi, how are you? I just wanted to come and see the shop and see, what you guys thought of the car and say hello.
So Tom, the owner of the Daytona, flew all the way out from New York to visit with us and share really the story of his life.
I always loved the wing cars. When I was a kid, I didn't know what they were. I just thought they were a big, cool car with a big wing. And I loved them so much that I was in this group with my dad called the Indian Guides. And we built Pinewood Derby cars, and I had him actually make me a Pinewood Derby car with a big wing on the back. And then a few years ago, I was thumbing through the internet and typed in Project Daytona, and this Daytona came up. No motor, no interior, but it's got the wing, it's got the rear window and the rear window trim, because I know those are, extremely difficult, if not impossible to find. This was something I didn't want to lose.
So the day Tom showed up, we all went out to the shop and walked around his car, acclimated ourselves with what he knew about it. I think he was very informed when the day was over, and I certainly know I was.
What we're seeing here is somebody's knocked that back out again.
Oh, okay.
This is all, at one point, was caved down. To get this quarter panel to buckle up like this and cause that, that frame rail would have been destroyed.
After coming out here, seeing the awesome facility that's here at the shop, everything that they have, the way the guys joke and work together, all the guys are great. Josh, Royal, Darren, a little sketchy about him. But, the expertise, the knowledge, just in casual conversation, it's just amazing to me. So I'm just looking forward to the work and the expertise that Marks has to do this car for me.
I'm excited. We're going to make his dream come true, and it's going to make my dream come true as well. It's not very often where you get to work on a real Daytona Charger.
It's great to be part of such a neat project, be able to help somebody realize a childhood dream.
And I guess in some ways, I think people will come up later and they say, well, you're the dream man. Your license plate should read the Dream Maker or something. So you can drive down the road and Dream Maker, like that. Yeah, I make dreams come true.